Okay, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. Ready?
Yes, go.
Okay. I don't remember why, but somehow probably to meet her husband. I was in their place, and I met her husband who had a stroke, sitting on the bed most of the time. He could manage with a cane. He could manage back and forth. They went away one day to visit their son in the States, and I was looking after their place while they were away, and I came in and it was, oh, so hot, so hot. So, so I put in a fan in the kitchen, and when they got back, he didn't say very much about it, but she said, oh, she doesn't know how she could manage without it. Anyway, so I put a fan in their bedroom. Actually, that was more for him, and um, and oh, this was really good for him, and he was so happy, and of course tried to pay me. He never, he couldn't do, he wouldn't let anybody do anything without paying, and she had a hard time trying to tell him that I really don't want the pay. Anyway, the next thing was she could not leave. Now, in order to allow her to get out of the house, we got a dish that gave him everything that came from Iran and from California, because there's a big Iranian population in Los Angeles. So we got this dish, and that settled him down tremendously, because otherwise he had nothing, and he did. In the meantime, he slowly got Alzheimer's. And before when the kids were growing up, they were afraid of him. He was a tyrant at home. He was a tyrant for Nasrin. He went to all kinds of things because of his position, and but wouldn't allow her to go. In the first few days of marriage, he locked the door, locked her in. So it was difficult. Now with the Alzheimer's, he switched around, and he realized that she was very, very good. And it turned out that the last little while he was happy, but for 20 years she had looked after him. Early on, when he was bedridden, really bedridden, she had to lift him out of the bathtub, and that caused a big hernia, and now she has she had to have a big operation, and they didn't put back her belly button. So she has a flat stomach with no well, a round stomach with no belly button.
Oh my God.
No belly button, yes, because it was a big operation, and apparently she didn't care. She didn't care what they did. Okay, she told me that he had had a couple of heart attacks, and he'd been to doctors here. One day she phoned me at 7 o'clock in the morning, said, my husband is very sick. Can you call 911? I said, no, you'll have to call 911 because they need your phone number. So she did, and this was at 7. I came here, and the police stopped me when I got off the elevator. He said, you know this? I said, yes, she called me earlier at 7 o'clock, she called me. He said, well, I can't let you in, but you know them well? I said, oh yeah. Do you know if he was sick before? I said, yes, he's had 2 heart attacks before. He said, oh, that's good you told me, because now we won't have to have an autopsy, and I can get the coroner to come in and just sign. They were still trying to revive him, but he was already dead.